Hello Year 6, my name is Mr Newman, I'm the head teacher at Epsom Newell High School. We'd like to welcome you to our virtual tour. We understand this is a very difficult time for you, and that's why we've tried to put together some really great virtual resources for you. So this is our virtual tour. We hope you enjoy your wander around our school, and we very much look forward to seeing you in September.
Hello Year 6s, my name's Mr Goodall and I'm the Deputy Head here at Epsom Newell High School. As you arrive in the morning, you'll probably arrive to this area here. This is the main front entrance. Most students start arriving roughly about 8 o'clock, some a bit before, some a bit after. As you come through the front door, you'll see the main reception area. This is where the office ladies are, and they'll be glad to help you out with any questions you might have. You also can come to this area if you are feeling unwell, so the medical room's here, and also if you've lost some property. The office ladies will always be glad to help you out.
We are now in one of the many classrooms we have in Epsom Newell. Most of your lessons will be in classrooms like this. Obviously you move between each of your lessons every hour of the day, but most of our classrooms look like this, where you'll have desks with chairs facing the whiteboard, and you also have an interactive whiteboard where your lessons will be set mainly on PowerPoint, and the teacher will use that to guide you through your learning experience.
Hello Year 6s, my name's Miss Lobb and I'm one of the assistant head teachers here at Epsom Newell. We are very excited to have you join us and we hope you are enjoying the virtual tour and that it's a little bit helpful. I'm stood outside our PE block at the moment where our sports hall is, and we've got our Astroturf or Muga behind me there, where lots of the sport lessons and PE lessons take place, as well as your clubs, and you can use this at break and lunchtime. Just over here you can see that the playground is up there above that grassy mound. So you would be on the playground and then you can walk straight down to the PE blocks. Let's go and have a little look inside. Hi Year 6, so we're inside now, we're inside the PE. So in this area here, we've got changing rooms. We've also got a sports classroom, which has some computers and things in there for you to use. And then in this room here, we've got our main sports hall. So there are two places that you might do indoor PE. We've got the big sports hall and then a slightly smaller sports hall. So in here, we can see it's really, really big. It's all marked out for the different sports. We've got basketball. Sometimes there's badminton nets in here. In the other smaller room, there's things like trampolining. There's loads of exciting stuff that you can do indoor and out. We're outside again now. If you have a little look, we've got a board here which just says about the PE extracurricular stuff that goes on. So there's absolutely loads of things that you can do, and it changes with the seasons. So in the summer, we might have lots of cricket and tennis clubs going on. In the autumn, there's lots of netball, there's lots of football, but the options are really, really endless. There's also cheerleading and gymnastics on there as well, if you like that kind of thing. If we look behind here, we can see that we've got lots of field space. So we've got fields behind and to the side of our sports hall, as well as the outside Astro area. Now you might know that there's some exciting times that are going to be happening over the course of the future at Epsom Newell, and we're going to have some new buildings. And as part of our new buildings, we're going to have a big revamped PE area, a 2-storey PE block with a dance and fitness studio. We're going to have more outside space, our own athletics track, a pavilion. It's going to be really, really exciting. At the moment, we have Sports Day every year in the summer, and for Sports Day, because we want to use a proper athletics track there as well, we walk across the road and up the hill a little bit to a centre that we can use their facilities. Sports Day is the best, I think it's one of the best days of the whole year, that everybody in the school goes up at once and we celebrate all of our sporting success and achievement. We cheer each other on, there's loads of music, lots of face paint, and we celebrate in our houses, our 4 team houses. So we can't wait to share Sports Day with you at the end of your first year at Epsom Newell.
Hello again. As you're coming off the playground, you'll come into the canteen area. The canteen area is the area where all the food's served, so you can come here before school, during school, break and lunch. Really, you can come here to sit down and eat your food or have a chat. We serve food. We've got a small cafe area here where you can pick up some snacks and some bits to take away. Or there's the main area where you can buy your food from. So As you come in, this is where you'll line up. So you'll line up to have your food and you'll be let in. You then buy your food and finish up at the checkouts. There's no cash that you need. All the food is bought by a fingerprint reader. It's worth mentioning that you can come here in the mornings and get yourself a free bowl of porridge.
Hey everyone, my name is Miss Sheehan and I am one of the assistant head teachers at Epsom and Newell. Really excited to welcome you all. Looking forward to seeing you in September. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to seeing us and coming to school. I'm standing here outside in the playground. That's the canteen behind me that Mr. Goodall has shown you. Let's have a look at where you guys will spend your breaks and lunches. So this is the Astroturf area. There will be a lot of football, a lot of tennis in the summer going on there. Just over here you'll see the sports hall which you can play in. A lot of basketball goes on at breaks and lunches. As we walk along here then you can see that the backfield is out there. At breaks and lunch times it's a bit different to primary school in that you can kind of go anywhere on site that you want to. So hopefully you'll find a spot that's good for you and your friends. This is the quad, which a lot of you guys will spend some time chilling in at break and lunchtime. So you can come here, sit on the seats with your friends and just chill out. Let's go and have a look at the seating area. So breaks and lunchtimes here, break time starts at 11 o'clock until 20 past 11. And then lunchtime starts at 20 past 1 until 2. So loads of room here to hang out with your friends.
Here we are in one of our 7 ICT rooms across the school. So this is the computing department. So you will have your computing lessons mainly in one of these 2 rooms. You will learn things like coding and e-safety. Other subjects you might use computers for are music. So you might learn stuff on the keyboard and how to program stuff using some of the software we have. You might have any of your lessons in the ICT rooms. So your teachers can book these computer rooms out for some of your lessons where you can do some work on the computers. Maybe you're doing a project in English. Maybe you need to do some research for one of the characters that you might be studying in drama. So we can book these computer rooms out and you can use them in your lessons. You also can use them for homework club after school. We've got the LRC obviously for that, but you can use these rooms as well. You might need to print some of your homework before school. You can come down here and you can print on these computers too.
Just here at the end of the A corridor, and something to explain to you guys is that the corridors might be a little bit different here in that we don't have a bell system. So at the end of every lesson your teacher will tell you, okay, it's time to pack up and to move to your next lesson, and then you've got that bit of time to get from one side of the school to the other. So please don't worry about being late for your lessons or not knowing where to go. You have plenty of time, and everyone will help you out when you get here.
Hi again, Year 6, it's Miss Lob here. We are now directly next door to the P block in the dance studio. So in Year 7 you will do dance, drama and music in performing arts, and this is one of our fantastic spaces. So the dance studio, which is next to PE. So as you can see, it's a really big open space. We've got a mirrored wall there, our own changing rooms. The floor is a sprung floor, so it's a professional dance floor that we've got. We've also got another dance space backstage. So when we do our big school productions, we do this backstage. The walls open up and then we go through to the main hall as our audience. So backstage we've got another professional flooring down ready to go for dancing, and then we've also got 2 other spaces. We've got a drama studio, which is a lovely big open space, and then our music room and practice rooms. So that's really, really important. If you are someone that wants to do an instrument or singing lessons one-to-one, that will all take place in our music practice rooms.
Welcome to the Art and Design department. So as you can see, this classroom is a little bit different to maybe some we've already seen on the tour, but down in this department you will learn to really develop your artistic skills. Anything that you learn at primary school we will further develop for you. So you'll look at using different techniques, using different materials to be able to create some fantastic artistic projects. You're going to learn about different artists as well and their styles and why their styles are so influential. This is some example of some of the work that we've already produced. So you can see behind me, this is a project where we made London landmarks out of cardboard. How fantastic do they look? Then we've got some of our A-level and GCSE work. So this is some portraits that have been done. You in Key Stage 3 in Year 8 are going to learn about how to create portraits as well. Really interesting stuff that you'll do down here. If you're really into art and design, these classrooms are open every day after school, mainly for our GCSE students to be able to develop some of their projects, but there is art club and tech club that runs every single week, so get yourself down here and get involved. Part of the art and design department is design and technology, so we are now in one of the workshops down in this department, and in these lessons you will learn how to manipulate wood, metal and plastic and create some really interesting and exciting projects. As you can see, there are lots of big pieces of equipment in this workshop. So you can see behind me you've got a polisher, a sander, a saw, and here we have got a laser cutter. So there are some really interesting and big bits of machinery that you will learn to be able to use throughout your time at Epsom and Ewell. Don't worry, in your first lesson you'll be told all the health and safety about how to use them properly and safely, and your teachers will be with you all the time to show you.
Me again. So we're here outside the A corridor where your science lessons will take place. If you want to follow me, we will go and have a look down this corridor, and I want to talk to you guys about something that I'm going to point out on the wall here called deep learning. So deep learning is how we learn here in Epsom and Ewell. We've got 4 strands, 4 colours. So the first one is to apply your knowledge. So you'll get some questions like to modify or to make a prediction. And all of your lessons will be done through this style. The next one is to analyse your work. So maybe select some advantages or disadvantages and things like that. The third strand is to evaluate. So to be able to make a conclusion, to decide whether you think something is a good thing or maybe a bad thing, which is quite a high level skill. And the last strand of deep learning is to create something. Okay, so maybe you can imagine something or to solve a problem. And all of our lessons here in Epsom and Ewell are taught through deep learning. It's how we think students will understand best. We're on the A corridor here again, and we're just going to pop through and see Miss Crone's classroom, which is one of our science labs. So we've got 8 of these labs in Epsom and Ewell, which is great. In year 7 you will cover all 3 sciences, so you will do biology, chemistry and physics. We try and do a lot of practical work. We also will do something called crest, so you guys will be welcome to do bronze crest in year 7, which is really exciting. You've got to design your own practical, you've got to carry it out and write up your results in a report, and then you'll be awarded the bronze crest, and then hopefully we'll work towards silver and gold in the upper years.
Hi there Year 6s, welcome to The Wave. This is the perfect place for you to come during your school day if you need any extra support outside of your normal lessons. So for example, we have Mr. Willis and Miss Andrews who work in this office behind me. They are here for any SEN needs. So if you have a key worker, you might come and meet them down here to do some of your work. We also have another office there, which is where Miss Hain, Miss Thompson and Miss Tuff work. So if you're having maybe a bad day or you feel like you need to talk to somebody, they are the perfect people to come down and speak to. Also, if you need any external support, so maybe a school counsellor, the school nurse, any outside agencies, social workers and stuff, they come down here too to be able to support the whole student. So if you have any concerns or worries, this is the place to be. We also have a really nice place called the Cove, which is just through this door here. So in here we have a perfect space for you to be able to come and relax, have a quiet time, maybe listen to some chilled out music, or be able to speak to somebody if you need it.
This area is known as the LRC, or the Learning Resource Centre, and it's here where you can do some private study before school, a break or at lunchtime, or you can borrow books from the library.
Hello, this is the main school hall. This is where you'll have the majority of your assemblies. Now these will be either taken by myself or another member of the senior team, but more often than not your head of year, and you'll have an assembly once a week. We have many other important events in here, such as our annual school production and our awards evening.
Hey everyone, I'm back here just showing you guys the bike shed. So if you're cycling into school and it's your first day, when you cycle into school, just cycle to the left and you will come out just down there. You can cycle up through here and then in here to the bike sheds, which are locked all day. While I'm out here, let me show you the back field. So this is where I'm sure you'll do a lot of football, a lot of your PE lessons. That's where our garden is over there, and we've got an outdoor classroom just over there. So quite a lot of things going on out here, which hopefully you guys will be involved with in September. Okay, so we're here outside one of the locker rooms. Basically, if you would like to have a locker this year, all you need to do is sign up online and you will rent one of these lockers. There's a couple of locations around school, and you will get your location and a number. And if you need to pop in your PE gear or any of your books that you don't need until after break or lunchtime, this is where you'll be able to do that.
Hi everyone, this is the admin corridor. So this is where you'll find all of the backroom support staff, so the finance team, the office team and the IT team. This is where you'll also find my office and Mr. Goodall, the Deputy Head's office. Now this corridor is out of bounds to most students throughout the day. However, sixth formers can use this corridor to get from one side of the school to the other.
Hi again, Year 6, it's Miss Lob again. I'm in the E corridor at the moment where English is, but in the E corridor we also have our hearing resource space. So at Epsom and Ewell there are deaf students and hearing students, and they do their lessons all together, but the hearing resource space is really their centre, where they might do some extra work or see their specialist teachers or specialist assistants. So you can see that the walls look a bit different in this room, and that is because it's acoustically made to be better for those students who might have the hearing impairments. Now, the ladies in the HRB and the gentlemen in the HRB are very, very nice and very, very welcoming. So if you've got friends that are deaf, you might be popping up at break and lunchtime to see your friends as you're staying with them. It might be that you might have some questions or want to get involved, so you're always more than welcome up here. Now you might see your teachers wearing things around their necks, almost looks like a miniature calculator or a mini mobile phone or a mini walkie-talkie around our necks with a microphone, as if we're on TV. If we're wearing one of those, it means that the student that is deaf in our class will be able to hear us wherever we are. If you're working with students that are deaf, or if they're in your friendship group, or if you want to strike up a conversation in the playground at break or lunch, that's absolutely fine, even if you're not wearing the radio aid. Our students can speak a little bit of sign language, but actually as long as you're facing them, you can just talk normally and have a conversation. So up in English, the hearing resource space.
And that's it. That's the end of the virtual tour. We really hope you found that useful and feel a little bit more comfortable about joining us in September. Hope you have a really good summer. See you next year.